Hi, Carolyn Stearns, author and storyteller, here with a copy of my book, 13 Spooky Stories. And these are from Connecticut. And I was wanting to share a passage with you because it popped in mind when I'd seen on Facebook Coventry Historical Society talking about the work the town has done to put some sidewalk in between important historic museums, the Strong Porter House, owned by the Historical Society, and the adjacent Nathan Hale Homestead, and also the site of the farmers market. And it's also the site, there's a memorial stone to the Asher Wright house, which is gone and there's only a foundation remaining in the woods. But let me share the passage with you that came to mind when I saw the images and what a wonderful job they did cleaning up the roadside weeds and opening up that space so that we can appreciate the history and the lives that were lived in that land. He cautiously drove down the road toward home. Instead of pulling into his driveway on the right, which would be the Strong Porter house, he swung the front of his car left toward the forest and aimed his front wheels toward the snow which had piled along the curb. Just beyond the snowy pile was a 10-foot space, an old driveway, now blocked by two split rails. His four-wheel drive kicked in and the car climbed over the small snow pile and came to a stop just in front of the rails. His headlights pierced the darkness, traveling a long way into the snowy forest. He left the car running and stepped out. There were no footprints in the snow. He walked to the rail and climbed over, then walked about 150 feet to where he thought he had seen a swinging light. There was nothing, not a print anywhere. He looked back toward his car and again in the direction of the museum. Moments later, he saw the light near the museum again. The light flickered and was gone. As he stood there, he shivered. He didn't want to admit it. It may have just been the cold seeping into his body. Ben looked all around him, but there was nothing out of the ordinary. He walked back to his car, climbing over the two rails, then looked back into the woods. Snow, only snow. And so spooky when you see lanterns in the night in places where there's no footprints in the fresh snow. And so that's from the story of Nathan and Asher that's in 13 Spooky Stories and was inspired by that historical setting in Coventry, Connecticut. Check it out.